Hi guys, welcome back to another interesting video. So guys, today I just decided to make this particular design for you guys. I want to show you how to go about making this design. So if you are not really in love with the design, why not just patiently watch out the process how you can go about making it. So follow through as we make this video step by step. Now, this outfit has two layers. We have the outer layer, which is made in the form of agbada, and the inner layer, which is made in the form of senator wear, that senator top. So this is going to illustrate the lower part of it, which is the senator wear. So with me here is my pattern, which represents my fabric. So I'm going to quickly fold it into today's way. So when you have your own fabric, ensure that your fabric meets up the length of the outfit that you want to sew. Make sure that it is as long as you want twice. So cut that fabric to be like that and then fold it into two. You know how to fold your fabric. As usual, you need to use your chest measurement or the biggest measurement divided by 4 plus all the allowances. Then you are going to go ahead and fold it just like this. Now, take note that this is going to be the back panel, the front panel, and this is going to be the back panel. So front and back panel is going to be joined together in this particular style. If you do it otherwise, you will not get it right. So pay attention as I have folded the pattern. This represents the front part and this is for the back part. So we're going to start by taking the neck width. Now take note of this center point. This demarcates the back and the front. And as I said, I'm not going to use a real measurement. So if you don't know how to draft your senator wear, kindly indicate below in the comment section. Then I'm going to put you through it. So I'm just going to take any neckline of my choice. It's going to be a smaller one. Like I said, always make use of your normal neckline as you do in your normal senator wear. So the neck width for some necklines is usually 2.5 by 4 inches downwards. So this particular one, I'm just marking an estimated value because this is not for a real outfit. It's just an illustration. So I will just curve as I would do in any outfit. Then for the back panel, remember to always drop it by 1 inch like this, but mine is not 1 inch. I don't need to explain it over and over. So you should know the reason why I'm doing it this way. Now, after curving your back neck and your front neckline, you're going to have something like this. And remember, this width is your, senator top as you used to cut it. Make sure that you calculate your biggest body measurement divided by 4 plus the ease allowance and the sewing allowance before you fold your fabric like this. So after this, you don't really need to slant the neckline because this is going to be for both the senator and the agbada together. So I'm going to cut it out now. And I'm going to cut this side out. So after I have gotten this, all I need to do is to fold this up like this. All right. So you can see now, literally, if you had to draft your senator wear, you would definitely have something like this. And this for the front and this for the back. So you can see that. Now, the only difference is that there is no shoulder slanting. So you may wonder why there is no shoulder slanting. I'm going to explain along the line. So let's move over to the upper part of it, which is the agbada. Now for the upper part of it, you realize that when making agbada, you know how to usually take the measurement. So if you don't know how to take the measurement, you can still let me know in the comment section. Then I'm going to do a video on how to take measurement for agbada or danshiki or the likes. Then I'm just going to use this as the material for my upper part of it, and it should be way longer than the one for the senator top. Now if you look at this part of the outfit, you realize that this is where the senator top stops, and from here down is the agbada as such. From this point has to be longer the way you want it. You can just measure the inches that you want it to be longer. So that is why I get this being longer than it. Then I'm going to locate, I have folded it into two already, like this. I've folded it into two. So I'm going to locate the center point of it just as I did on the other one. Okay, so now that I have gotten the center part of it, this is the center part, that's the shoulder line. I'm still going to go ahead and open it up like this. Now, remember, while taking the measurement, you're not going to just take the shoulder measurement. You're going to take from the middle of your shoulder, that is the middle of your neck, extending it to wherever you want the length of the outfit to be on the sleeves. So when you have taken the measurements, ensure that that is the same measurements that you have here from here to here, and then add your allowance for folding, because you're going to definitely fold over this side. So let's assume I have gotten mine like this. All I will do now is to open this up like this and match up the center line to the center line of the upper part of it. After matching it up like this, I will place it real closer to each other, just like this, and I'm going to trace out the neck just as I have on the upper part of it. So you really need to follow through. Okay, so after I have gotten this, I'm going to slit down both the upper part and the senator top. I'll drop it to, let's say, so I'm just going to slit it down. When you're making yours for the real outfit, ensure to slit it up to like 9 to 11 inches. Between 9 and 11 inches, I think that measurement should be enough to pass your head freely and also to bring out the style as it requires. So let me just create the slits, and whatsoever I have here is the same slits that I'm going to have in the other side. So you have to make sure that everything stays the same. This is where I slit up to, and this is the same point that the other slit is going to stop. Okay, everything being equal, let's move to the next step. Now that I'm done with the neckline, the next thing is to get my armhole. You know, for this particular one, you really need to get your armhole. Remember to always put everything together to be equal, and then go ahead and measure your shoulder. Let's assume this is just the shoulder that I'm working with. Somehow here, I'll measure the shoulder, and then I'm not going to slant it, just as I said. This is not the time to slant. So when you're measuring the armhole depth, if it is usually 8 inches down, you need to make it 9 inches. So let's assume it's somewhere here, just like this. So I'll go ahead and curve the armhole like this, and I'm going to trim it off. All right, so when you are doing yours, do it properly. Now that I'm done trimming off the armhole, the next thing that I'm going to do now is to open it up like this. Let's say this is the time to sew the clothes. Open it up like this, and when you want to sew the clothes, you're going to just carefully pick a dart here. See now, from somewhere here, like 1 inch away from the neckline, you're going to pick a dart. I don't know if you understand. So you're going to pick a dart there and here. So that will form your armhole, your shoulder slant. And then go ahead and join your sleeves as usual, as you would do in any long sleeves. So now the next thing to do is to create the pattern. Then for the pattern, you can observe that the front part of the senator top is showing, and the down part of it, that's the down part, is shorter than the front part. So let us just do that now. So you're going to check where that's, if you look at that design carefully, you'll notice that from the neck line down to where that first fringes starts, or where that first fringes is about the waist line. Just look at it carefully. You'll notice that the fringes is just coming down around that waistline. So what you need to do is just to put your tape from that point. If your waistline is 16 inches, which is very popular to most people, so you just put your tape from this point here down to about that 16 inches and you mark. Of course, this pattern is not going to take up to that, as I said earlier, that this is just for illustration. So let's assume the 16 inches falls here. You just mark. And for normal measurements, you take that 16 inches, it will be okay, to be fine. Then this other side, 5 inches should be enough. 5 inches should be enough for that. So I'm just marking whatever I am marking. Take note of that, that in this other side, 5 inches should be enough, while the down part is going to be 15 inches. So I'm going to indicate it here like this, and then I'm going to create a little V here, around here, like this. So now that I'm done with that, from this point here downwards, I'm going to make a straight line. So if you can just go ahead and measure the 5 inches downwards. So this is where I'm going to cut this out, leaving small allowance for hemming that part. Okay. All right. So notice what I have done. Have you seen that? This is really technical. If you don't follow through it, if you're not there, you're not there. If you don't know, you're not gonna know. If you not gonna know, you're not gonna know. So don't mind me. Let's proceed. So I hope you have gotten the way I cut this fabric. Now, after cutting it, you will have something like this. Okay. Can you see what you have already? Can you see this? Okay. I hope this is making sense already. Now, this part here is just going to reflect like this. And what you do is you are going to simply put this one on top like this. This is the right side and this is the wrong side. Then this is the right side. You put right side up here, right side up here. You place this on top, and then just as I explained earlier, you use this particular one to turn it. You're going to sew round this part in a very design way, just as you see in that picture. You sew it round like that to turn this neckline. Then you push this inside this part. Once you push this inside, it's going to fall like this on this other side underneath it. That's the first step. It's going to fall like this. All right, underneath it. So, and you will have something like this. Can you see the shape coming out already? Now, this is just ignore the fact that it's not as long as you see in the picture. As I said earlier, I'm not using the actual measurements. That's why. And you can see that this is the senator top that is coming out somewhere here. Just look at the picture here, somewhere here. You have seen this top here. And now this part is where you insert that fringes. Just the fringes that you saw. This part here is where you insert the first step. Then here, that's the last part of the senator wear, is where you insert your second fringes. Can you see that? And then this other part, oh, I hope you can see this. Then this other part too is where you are going to insert the last fringes. You're going to just insert your last fringes here. So the fringes will appear here and here, and then you're going to give it to those people that do embroidery. They're going to put the embroidery somewhere here. See now? We'll put that embroidery here. See now? And this has already brought about the shape of the outfit. And once you have inserted your sleeves here, guys, it is over. It has finished. So you can go ahead and, you know, how to hem this part. You just fold this part up, hem your senator top the way you ought to, and the rest of them. And then you are done. Go ahead and shape you open it up like this and shape this one as you will shape your normal senator. Then this particular one is going to be just a top stitch. Carefully hemming this part. So guys, I hope this video was helpful. If it was really helpful and you want me to do a full-fledged tutorial, when I tell you guys to indicate that you're interested in the tutorial with fabric, you refuse to do that. When I've forgotten about everything, you now come and pour in all your comments. Guys, do it smartly. If you want me to do it on the fabric, just let me know in the comment section, and I'm going to sacrifice everything just to do it on the fabric. So I hope this video was helpful. If you like anything about this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share this video. Honestly, so many people will be confused how to go about making something like this, but this is going to be very helpful for those who are very smart. So why not just tell me in the comment section so that I'll go ahead and do the video, knowing that so many people are interested in it. So thank you guys for staying tuned. From me now, it's a bye bye for now. See you in my next video. Bye.